going into Magic Kingdom for the first time in 3 months. It is Tuesday, July 7th, and Magic Kingdom is open for cast previews for the first time post-coronavirus. Technically, we're still in the coronavirus. I've been at work for 3 days now. Alex just picked me up from work. We're gonna be in Magic Kingdom until it closes at 7. Hopefully get to ride a couple things. The lines should be short because it's cast previews and they're limiting how many people can come in. Cast members are getting a 50% off discount on merchandise, which has never happened since I've been a cast member. So I'm very excited to spend some money that I shouldn't spend. What do you want to do? What's the number one thing you want to do?
Probably Mine Train.
Mine Train, because it's always over 100-minute wait. I looked on my break this morning and it was a 35-minute wait. So this vlog's gonna be fun. I'm gonna show you the castle because it just got a new paint job. I think you can just park anywhere. We're really close.
People doing it. I thought it was every other spot.
Yeah, parking was supposed to be every other spot, but it's probably so late in the day that they don't have attendants out. I don't know. It's also cast previews, but you can probably just get whatever spot you want. That's the handicap lot there, so we are super close. So that's good, because we know trams are not running right now. I was afraid we'd have to walk really far, but we're not, so that's good. I'm gonna show you the new paint job on the castle. I'm gonna show you wearing masks and the social distancing markings for if you have a trip planned in the future, and hopefully show you just kind of what everything looks like in this weird phase 1 of Disney World reopening. Let's go. Okay, so we just went through a temperature check, which was super fast. They just do it on your forehead. Walking into the monorail, they have these little spots that you stand on. And so that's for social distancing. And then all around the park, you're gonna see these that say, please wait here. And your entire party has to wait on that line and move forward on that line. And that's to make sure everyone is social distancing along with wearing their mask. So to get on the monorail, they directed us to one of those numbered spots to wait, like an attraction. So it's one party per car, and then there's these dividers, because if you know the monorail, you know that one car has 2 doors. So there's these dividers here now. But yeah, what was interesting about security was they didn't look in my backpack at all. And our phones, keys, anything that would set off the metal detector. Anything that would set off the metal detector, we had to put in a plastic merchandise bag and set it to the side and pick it up on the other side of the metal detector. Was not expecting that. I was expecting the spacing for the monorail because that's how we're doing in our merchandise shops. I'll be interested to see how they do merchandise at Magic Kingdom versus how we're doing it at Studios. Okay, so the first thing to notice is that the walls are all gone, the construction walls, and the memory pavers are gone, and now it's just red concrete, which there is science behind it because it makes pictures turn out nicer. You should look up the Kodak study that they did for Disney specifically. But see, there's these markers here going all the way up to the entrance. All right, now I need to actually get into the park. We walked in and our favorite song is playing. It's a cavalcade. There is no one here. Very easy to social distance because literally not a soul. Stores with multiple entrances like the Emporium are one-way entrance and one-way exit. Plexiglass was installed in a lot of places like registers and in queue lines to make sure people aren't breathing down each other's necks. You can no longer touch and play with the interactive elements. The queue goes around those completely. You can still touch the spinning barrels, but there's really not a way around that. Nobody. I don't know if the rain scared people away or if it's just because it's the end of the day. Probably both. It stormed pretty bad earlier around 2 o'clock. Have you ever seen this path empty? Never. Okay, I don't know if you can tell, but it says stand by wait 5 minutes. When have you ever seen that in your life for Space Mountain?
Don't you worry, Mr. Bluebird. I learned my lesson. I'm glad you made home safe and sound this time, man. Mr. Bluebird on my shoulder.
It's 6:55. Park closes at 7. Look how empty. We're trying to make it to the Emporium to get a couple things before the park closes. Hopefully they'll let us in. Alright, we're leaving Magic Kingdom. Honestly, for 2 hours, we were really productive, and I ran into just about everyone I know and had conversations with them. So we did really good. We did Mine Train, Space Mountain, Thunder Mountain, Splash Mountain, and Pirates. We honestly could have done more if we ran, if we didn't talk to people, but we were just kind of taking our time. We saw the Mickey and Friends Cavalcade. We saw the Main Street Philharmonic go by. We did a little bit of shopping because we have our 50% discount. I accidentally spent too much money, but it's fine. If I could have every day be like that in the park, That would be incredible. My one piece of advice I would give is that the lines may look long, especially when the parks are open to the general public. That's because inside the queues, and this goes for merchandise shops as well, there are markers where you have to stand 6 feet apart. So the actual spacing of the line is going to take up more space. So it's probably going to look like a longer line than what you're used to, but it's not going to take as much time. But yeah, today at least, everything was pretty much a walk-on for us. We literally walked onto Space Mountain, which was phenomenal. Don't think it'll be that way with the general public, but since they are limiting capacity, it's going to be shorter waits for sure. My other advice is just follow the rules. Keep your mask on. You will be told to put it back on if you take it off. We are trained to watch for that. So just follow the rules, keep everybody safe, keep yourself safe, try to keep your distance, 6 feet if you can, but at least a safe distance from other parties that you're not traveling with. Tomorrow we're going to